two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pickett sets up play action.
Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Pickett back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Off play action, Pickett.
Rolling to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
The Steelers at 500 at 6-6. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, this is Harris. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Justin Matabike
able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down.
On his Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd and 5 now.
Pickett. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. This defense for the Steelers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Hayward showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. These two teams all tied after 1. Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the 1st half.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 11. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 15-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout, and that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Pickett. He sets to fire deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing is Jackson.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Pickett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
3rd and long for Pickett.
Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson eluding the pressure right.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Well, the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Jackson looking deep for Hilton. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
After the sack on first down, Pickett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Pickett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And they will take over first and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really try.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Jackson options out left. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Back to throw, Pickett.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
On the move to his left.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They hand this off to Harris. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Pickett. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Calais Campbell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And Jackson throwing once more. And he'll just get rid of it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Jet sweep. Here's Bateman.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson. And
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Hey! Quick. Hey! Watch out!
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Off play action, Pickett. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
He's going to let it fly.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett. Open man downfield is Johnson.
20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got it.
And it'll be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They tried to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she... Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. But I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, hit boy, we got another one. Ha! Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry, hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we